Hello everybody and welcome to the POCONO Raceway for the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series CRC Brake Lean 175 and a race here on our Craftsman Truck Series regular season. After today, only 2 more races remain until the truck's playoffs begin. As here at POCONO, Taylor Gray and Nick Sanchez led us to the green flag, and now into turn 1 they are side by side battling for the race lead here at the front. Taylor Gray gets clear. We are 3 wide, almost 4 wide through the back. Oh my goodness. Ty Majeski and Ross Chastain almost got into each other. Extremely close racing going on here at POCONO. Taylor Gray, of course, the defending race winner here, won this race last season for his first career win here in NR2003 to punch his ticket to the playoffs, where he went all the way to the round of 8 after winning at Milwaukee. Now he's leading over his teammate Corey Heim in second. Nick Sanchez is one of the 2 drivers currently in the playoffs on points, running in third, looking to have a good points day to get close to securing that playoff spot. And for his return to the playoffs, now Taylor Gray a bit slow through 3 on the bottom of the racetrack, allows Corey Heim an opportunity to get to his outside as Corey Heim goes to lead down the front. To see the trucks fanning out from the top of the racetrack all the way down to almost a pit wall. 3, 4, 5 lanes going on. Sanchez is almost 4 wide behind us for third. How about Stuart Friesen in the top 5 in third? He has to win to make the playoffs. Can he get it done today in POCONO? In my opinion, this is his best opportunity to get it done here is today. He's trying to chase down Nick Sanchez, who's trying to hang on to one of those last 2 playoff spots, and Taylor Gray looking for his 2nd win of the season, besides when he got it done at Circuit of the Americas earlier in the year. And now Friesen on the low side to check out the apron, allows Corey Heim to get back around for third. There's Christian Eckes right there in the top 5 as well. Your 2 drivers fighting for the regular season title. Heim and Eckes continuing to duel. An incredible race so far here in POCONO. Great racing at the front of the field and throughout the pack here. As they all settle at the front of the field, Nick Sanchez trying to make a move on Taylor Gray, but for now, Taylor Gray leads the way early here in POCONO. And I move on to the last lap of stage 1 is now Corey Heim, who is in the lead. Nick Sanchez right there behind him in second. Friesen has gotten around Taylor Gray for third. So Taylor Gray drops down to fourth, but Corey Heim leading, looking for yet another stage win on the season. This would be his 7th stage win of the season if he can hold on over Nick Sanchez, who's got a run coming out of turn 1. Here comes Sanchez to the inside of Heim for the lead and for the stage win. Can Sanchez take the playoff point away from Corey Heim? Every point matters for Sanchez in this tight bubble battle to get into the playoffs. Heim wants the playoff points to further secure his safety to make a championship run in just a few weeks. But this time Sanchez couldn't quite make the move coming out of turn 2 rather. Heim holds him off, and now they go into turn 3 for the final time in this opening stage of racing. Heim makes his way through, holding off Nick Sanchez for the stage victory. So out of turn 3 and down the front stretch for the final time opening stage of racing, Corey Heim wins stage 1 here at POCONO. Stage win number 7 on the season. Nick Sanchez second, big time third for Stuart Friesen. Good points for him. Taylor Gray fourth. Ross the Boss Chastain in 5th. Ty Majeski there in 6th. Zane Smith 7th. Christian Eckes 8th, Raja Caruth 9th, and Daniel Dye gets the last stage point here in POCONO. Now Heim, your stage 1 winner, back underway now in stage 2 with some strategy. It's now Daniel Dye and Brian Doza on the front row here for this restart to begin stage 2. Behind them, Chris Wright, Chastain, then Sanchez, Friesen, Majeski, Enfinger, all trying to get their way to the front here. Doza Dye side by side into 1 they go, almost 4 right back here. Majeski gets turned into the wall, and he collects Friesen. Ty Dillon, there's Zane Smith wrecking multiple trucks into the wall, and the big one strikes at POCONO right at the beginning of stage 2, and heartbreak for Stuart Friesen in the 52, to no fault of his own, gets taken out by the 98 of Ty Majeski from the bottom of the track, and his playoff dreams have been crushed. And he will now have to hope that he can pull off an upset win at Richmond or IRP to find his way into the playoffs. As he Craftsman Enfinger 4 wide, turned down to Majeski, clean him out right up into Friesen, hard to the outside while they go. Then Friesen gets slammed by Ty Dillon, which gets Taylor Gray turned into Zane Smith, who gets turned at a head-on angle but gets saved by Mason Maggio in the 22, who goes spinning. Chase Purdy, Sage Karam, each get a piece of it. A huge wreck. Majeski, of course, last race's winner in Nashville a month ago, and now takes Friesen with him, and a lot of other trucks are collected here in this big pile up. Ty Dillon, Maggio, of course, Zane Smith, Purdy, Friesen there. Now, no, down the bench, more piles. Dean Thompson gets spinning around into Bailey Curry. Oh my goodness. Justin Carroll, Dean Thompson, and Bailey Curry have gone crashing down the turn, out on the exit of turn 1, down the backstretch. Ben Rhodes hit the inside wall, sends Thompson right up into Curry. Justin Carroll gets a piece of it. Keith McGee gets damage to 27. And then here comes Zane Smith. Oh my goodness, Zane Smith drills Dean Thompson and Justin Carroll, killing the nose of Zane Smith's truck. He is done for the day. And Zane Smith's incredible run of races so far and the select starts he's made here in the Craftsman Truck Series this season will come to an end with the DNF here in Pocono as Daniel Dye leads after a big pile up here in Pocono in Stage 2. So we get back underway in the restart. Of course, you see there Spencer Boyd, for some reason, didn't get to start the race. Wallace Allen, Tanner Gray, DNF'd on their own. And of course, from that big crash, Zane Smith, Dean Thompson, Bailey Curry, Friesen, Karam, Majeski all out of the race, leaving just 27 trucks. As Sanchez on the outside, Daniel Dye takes the lead away into turn 1. Nick Sanchez back to the front here at Pocono, almost 4 wide back here in the middle of the pack, but Sanchez clear for the race lead at the front here, looking to get a stage win and drive away from the pack. Remember, he swept the stages at Gateway back in early June and looked like he was going to win for a second year in a row there until he got involved in a wreck with Ty Majeski and Andres Perez that took him out of contention there. And now he's trying to get redemption here today in Pocono and clinch his spot in the Craftsman Truck Series playoffs for a second consecutive year for the young driver, Nick Sanchez. There's Corey Heim way back in traffic because of all the strategy and the carnage. He's got to make his way up from the back. But yeah, shame for the guys that crashed out like Majeski, Friesen, especially Friesen. He was really looking for a good run to get back into playoff contention. Just not going to happen. So Sanchez leads the way here in Stage 2. Now we move on to the last lap of the second stage of racing. Nick Sanchez has absolutely dominated this stage, has driven away from the rest of the field to a 7.5 second lead over Ross Chastain. As out of turn 3 for the final time, Nick Sanchez will dominate and win Stage 2 here in Pocono. His 3rd stage win of the season, and he's having a huge points day right at the perfect time. Ross Chastain 2nd, Connor Mozak 3rd, Chris Wright 4th, and Christian Eckes runs their top 5. Then Jake Garcia 6th, Heim 7th, Riggs 8th, Mason Massey 9th, and the last stage point goes to Tyler Ankrum as Nick Sanchez wins Stage 2 here in Pocono. Now we get back underway here in the final stage of racing. Corey Heim, Nick Sanchez side by side for the lead with just 14 laps to go here in Pocono. Who's going to go to victory lanes? This was after a caution for Mason Maggio crashing out of the race. Ben Rhodes went a lap down, so he would most likely be in a must-win scenario after today. As Heim clear for the race lead, Nick Sanchez clear for a second. These are the two contenders we got to watch today. Sanchez dominated the second half of this race, but Corey Heim was the one who took care of business in Stage 1, and now he is clear for Sanchez. Heim has the track position leading the way here in Pocono, continuing to show speed each and every week, being at the front of the field for this 11 team. Unbelievable run for Corey Heim. See if that's back to Chase Purdy racing Brian Doza and Luke Fenhouse towards the mid-pack area of the field. But meanwhile, back at the front of the field, Sanchez on the outside of Corey Heim. Corey Heim made a mistake, got put on the low side, and Nick Sanchez with the momentum on the high side of the racetrack will take the lead back. What a move by Nick Sanchez as he takes the lead at Pocono away from Corey Heim with just 13 laps to go. And everyone here, just 4 to go. It's Corey Heim back out front over Nick Sanchez. So Heim back in the control position, trying to bring home the victory. Sanchez in second, trying to chase him down. Lane Riggs, Connor Mozak lurking in 3rd and 4th. But here comes Sanchez with a run down the front straightaway. Sanchez to the inside, just 3 laps remain here at Pocono. It is an intense side-by-side battle with Sanchez and Heim going for the victory. Who is it going to be? Sanchez got a good run right to the inside of Corey Heim, side-by-side for the lead into turn 1. And Heim pulls ahead with momentum on exit of 1. Heim back to the lead is clear over Nick Sanchez. An incredible battle for the win from 2 of the guys we expect to be fighting for a championship in Phoenix. Corey Heim and Nick Sanchez. Now here we are coming to the white flag, this time by white flag in the air. Final laps are coming back Pocono, and Nick Sanchez is going to the inside once again. Sanchez trying to make the pass for the win on the last lap here in Pocono. Can he do it into turn 1? They are side by side down the whole straightaway. Sanchez sends it in, gets alongside the door of Corey Heim, but Heim's high side momentum is just too much, and Corey Heim once again retains the lead over Nick Sanchez on this final lap now. Going down the long pond straightaway into turn number 2 here for the final time. Does Nick Sanchez have anything left to get a shot at Corey Heim, who's looking to become our first points eligible multi-time winner this season? He's holding off Sanchez, who had a pretty solid turn 2 right there. Got a big run on the exit of 2. Can Sanchez set up a move on the exit of turn 3 to take the win away from Corey Heim on the final lap? Not quite. He's going to run out of time. Is out of turn 3 for the final time. Everybody check your watches because it is Heim time in Pocono. Corey Heim wins it here in Pocono. Nick Sanchez second. Connor Mozak third. Lane Riggs fourth. And Tyler Ankrum going to round out your top 5 here at Pocono. Christian Eckes sixth. Ross Chastain seventh. A good run for Matt Crafton at 8th, followed by Grant Enfinger in 9th. And the final spot in the top 10 goes to Matt Mills in the 42. Great run for him today. But in the end of this, Corey Heim holding off Nick Sanchez for the win here at Pocono. Heim's 5th career win and 2nd on the season. Here, of course, continuing to establish himself as a championship favorite. As you look at your final race results, Heim, the winner, took over in that final stage, outdueled Nick Sanchez in an incredible battle. Connor Mozak, a great run once again in 3rd. Lane Riggs, one of his best runs of the year, in 4th. Tyler Ankrum, Christian Eckes, McNally, Hilgerman continuing to be strong, 5th, 6th. Chastain, Mills in the top 10 for Nice. I think Crafton and Enfinger, 2 of our bubble drivers, getting much needed top 10s, but they didn't really gain a lot of points. This is Roger Carruth right there in 11th. So our bubble drivers all staying tight together. Top 15 for Chris Wright is a very respectable run for him. Mason Massey, Luke Fenhouse with the top 20. See, of course, the guys that, Ben Rhodes, a lap down in 26. Wasn't his day today. He'll be in a must-win. Ty Majeski, Friesen, Dean Thompson, Zane Smith, Tanner Gray all crashed out, and they could absolutely not afford for that to happen. I mean, Majeski's fine. Zane Smith is fine. He's running for cup points, but for Friesen especially, that hurt tremendously his playoff hopes. So now you look at your updated playoff grid with just 2 races remaining left in the regular season of the Craftsman Truck Series. Heim, of course, only multi-time winner at the top, and Nick Sanchez gains a huge amount of points after a strong performance, now 38 above the cut line, looking pretty comfortable to make the playoffs. And then Grant Enfinger and Roger Carruth remain at 8 points separate. They don't gain anything on each other. Still an 8-point battle between Raja and Enfinger. Crafton only out by 22. Then, I mean, Timmy Hill, Tanner Gray, Lane Riggs, those guys are just on the edge of must-win territory. But officially for Ty Dillon, Dean Thompson, anyone below them in points, they have to win to make the playoffs. So until next episode, we'll have racing from the IRP Indianapolis Raceway Park. I hope you all have a good one.